How do you find new mountain bike trails? Or what if you're like me and just moved to a new town and don't quite know the lay of the land yet? Well, I guess I could just hang about at the bottom of the trailhead, or maybe just start pedaling and see what happens. Well, lucky for us, there's this tool we use every day that can help us out. We're going to dive deep into the app known as Trailforks. It's a global trail map and management system for users, builders, and associations. It covers a range of sports from mountain biking through to hiking, moto, and even snowshoeing, if that's your cup of tea. I thought the best way to share these Trailforks tips with you was to take you on a ride with me and explore my new backyard. So let's get into it. First place to start is to figure out where we want to ride. So we'll use the Discover feature to explore the regions, routes, and recommended trails for us. Today, I want to ride in the Diamond Head region, and I can filter the trails and routes by list view or map view. Either way, I can then start filtering the trails by popularity and difficulty. While you're in the map view, you can apply layers. Some of these layers allow you to identify whose land you're riding on. For today's ride, like any good lottery, I'm going to close my eyes and blindly pick a trail in map view. So let's see how it goes. Classic, double black diamond, 19th hole. Now before we get to 19th hole, we need to figure out how to get there. And I'll use the Trailforks route finder feature to get there. There are a few ways to find a route. A public route, like this one, has been approved by the local Trailforks administrators. This may be a previous race course, or the local trail association's suggested way to ride a loop of trails. You'll also see user-generated ride logs. These are recent anonymous recorded rides that let you compare different route options. For example, climbing up the single track or the steep fire road. So I like the look of this 600-meter climb, so I'm going to hit record and get into it. Recording the ride will track your time and distance live along the route. Upload privately or publicly to your ride log to help keep track of your rides throughout the year. This also provides valuable trail usage data for local associations and Trail Karma, which we'll get to later. Finally made it to the top of 19th hole, and time for us to do our homework on this double black diamond, 1.1 kilometer long, 354 meter descent. I think we're in for a bit of spice. Gnarly, relentless, steep, fast and technical. That trail description sounds about right. Trail ratings. There are two main ways in Trailforks. First, the user voted 5-star rating system. This one's 4 out of 5 stars. And secondly, there's popularity. There's a little more complicated formula that takes into account ride logs recorded on Trailforks and other usage data. And this trail is only 50 out of 100, which I suspect has something to do with the relatively brutal climb up to it, as well as the double black trail rating. It's about 100 out of 100 in my book so far though. Trail conditions. Now they're pretty close to the report from a couple of days ago. 19th hole, all clear and dry. I don't quite agree with that last bit. I think it's ideal. So let's make a report and update it. It's pretty straightforward to add a report. All I need to do, hit that plus button. It already knows I'm on 19th hole. The status is all clear. I want to update the condition to ideal. And then I can also add in a description. So let's check in how good, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. Add a photograph. I'll add a few in there. I've done some research. Save current GPS location, so it pins to this exact spot on 19th hole, and submit. Let's get serious for a moment. We need to talk about the emergency feature in Trailforks. I literally used this the other night when my friend broke her arm on a casual Monday night ride. The feature will give you the emergency number for wherever you are in the world, your GPS coordinates, your nearest trail, and it allows you to share that information with search and rescue via email or text. Now it's certainly by no means the end-all be-all in safety equipment, but better than nothing when hits the fan. Now that being said, let's go get down the rest of this trail in one piece. Now that was a real treat of a lap, and there's one more thing I want to talk to you about before we go home, and that's donating to the legends that build and maintain the trails we ride on. So through Trail Karma on the Trailforks desktop app, you can donate to your local trail organisation directly. The more you donate, the more Trail Karma you earn. How good? So thanks for watching. Let me know what Trailforks tips I missed in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.